because it's the silly, stupid, fascinating, weird, wonderful. They're my people, and more often than not, they're the geeky people as well.
But this real sense that what you do as you emerge out of Middle Earth in your real life is you hope, because Tolkien's so good at capturing that.
I mentioned Betamax. For anybody older, that's the old version of a video cassette. A video cassette is an old version of a DVD. A DVD is not set with a cloud.
And I said, oh, I'm not happy, I've got bits wrong here. And she said, yeah, but that's all part of the learning process. That's all part of that makes it unique to you, that those kind of imperfections within it.
Good evening. Welcome to another another episode of Faith Geekery. It was going so well. Welcome. This is the swimming pool vending machine of podcasts, where you kind of go in the hope and optimism of getting something rewarding and refreshing. You get the right change, hopefully. You press the buttons and you hope and wish that the right thing falls out the bottom and you are rewarded with the payoff. This is another episode of Faith Geekery, and my name is Mark. Hello. And these are...
Who wants to go first?
Too many.
I'm Jen. I'm Jen here. And I thought when you said swimming pool vending machine that you meant a vending machine that gives out swimming pools. So that's what happened in my head.
Sorry, I was being too specific.
I mean, hi, I'm Tim. I thought it was bold of you to assume there are people that can remember vending machines could use loose change and not just credit cards.
Very true.
True. Also true.
And also with us is...
I'm Tom. And
Hey.
I have no fun facts to add in about what Mark said, because I was reading the instructions for my Lego model.
Well, that is a
allowed.
nice tie-in. First of all, to Tom, welcome, Tom. You are going to be
Good to
one
be
of
back.
our kind of regular hosts, so that is welcome. Yeah, and yeah, you've been around before.
Yeah.
You are not a stranger to us. And tonight is also our Craftalong, which is basically us pottering and pootling and kind of hobbying and projecting and all that kind of stuff. Projecting. Meet us where we are at. We're going to chat, we are going to tinker, and we invite you to do that as well. And so whether you are doing it live alongside us or otherwise, or catching up later at another point, the idea is that you can kind of either have us on in the background or kind of interact with us as we go along. But the usual things such as the quiz and bits and pieces, Geeky Gallery, are going to be put on one side for now. But shall we go around and talk about what geekiness we have been up to before we come on to the geekiness that we are currently doing? I have been doing various bits and pieces, work mainly, boringly. However, I have been doing 3D printing, and 3D printing in such a way that I've been trying to do 3D printing for the last 3 weeks, and it has not been working, and I realized I had to just kind of take the thing to pieces a bit, give it a good clear out, and eventually is now starting to do it. My only worry now is whether the actual item that I am printing is the right size. And so I am 40 hours into printing these various bits and pieces, and I'm now kind of going, do I have to start again? So, so I've been 3D printing recently, and 3D printing for potential Comic-Con costume.
I was going to say, can you tell us what it is you've been printing? But I guess not.
I'm not going to go into any details because we haven't had the final meeting either to talk about
No.
all those play stuff.
You could have said, like, you're going to post a photo like halfway through and go, can you tell what it is yet?
Guess what it is.
I could do that. I have taken several photos, and I haven't shown any. I won't show any of them of me just being relieved that that it's working. It's like me going, phew, it's not coming back to like 3D printer spaghetti. Anyone else?
Ooh.
Anybody else been up to anything?
So I can move my little thing. So I moved recently to a new location, which obviously, because that's what moving involves, is going to a different location. New house to sort out, new mounts, and part of that has been, I haven't been doing the hobbying of actually modelling or anything, but I have been sorting out my new hobby space. So lots and lots of IKEA kallax going up. Also some display cases and such like. So I've been doing a lot of that. Also a bit more retro geek. Our TV has been playing up recently and not talking to the internet. So we've not been able to do our usual watching lots of TV things via apps. So we've gone old school, gone back to our DVDs and Blu-rays. So we've been watching the early episodes of Red Dwarf.
Oh, classic.
Boys from the Dwarf.
Absolutely.
Absolute
that's what
classic.
we've been geeking out with as well.
So for
Love
podcast listeners, Tom had kind of moved his webcam
Yes.
to show kind of a wall, a whole bank
Yeah.
of kind of kallax with fantastic, lots of goodies of geekiness and otherwise, which was board games and various
Board
all kinds of
games
stuff.
and display cases with miniatures and rule books. Also recently picked up the brand new rule book for the new edition of Conflict 47, which is the sci-fi version of a World War II game, Bolt Action. And they have just announced, Geeky News, I know we're not doing Geeky News, but Geeky News, they have just announced starter sets, including for the army that I want to do, which is the British Commonwealth Army. So, but that's what my
Very
pictures
cool.
were showing. Lots of display cases of various.
We're all about the sound effects tonight, aren't we? Ooh. Jen, Tim, have we been up to anything geeky?
I mean, aside from the obvious background DMing and world building and plotting for Evoc, I just this afternoon, because it just went live at 6:00, have downloaded Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster: The Evil East Chronicles, which is going to be my reward for doing work this weekend. Because what also comes out on Friday is Digimon Story Time Stranger, which again I have pre-ordered, which will come out on Friday. But I'm not on my computer on Friday. I am working, and I have 3 days off next week. So 2 of those days are each being dedicated to a single new game.
Nice.
The child is at nursery, or with carers aside from me. So everyone else is at work. My phone will be off. My headphones will be on. There are noodles, lots of noodles and ramen. So I'm going to pretend to be a 16-year-old in a dark room again playing video games. But I'm enjoying them. So that's my reward for being an adult.
Nice.
Are you, when you say noodles, do you mean actual noodles? You're using the correct term for the noodles?
As in the noodles from the eastern part of the world.
Very good.
Non-shin noodles. I also have some Itsu noodles. Other brands are available. And yeah, I just have a load of like packet ramen noodles to just have.
Nom nom.
So that's gonna be me.
Fantastic.
Very cool.
What about you, Jenny?
Well, this week I have been mainly doing things with
nod to
wool,
the fashion.
and that was a little nod to the fashion. Thank you, well spotted. And I on Saturday, it might be the most geeky thing I do, went along to Yarndale, which is a festival of all things wool and wool-related projects and crafts and whatnot. I got this.
Nice.
I got many things. I spent a lot of money, but I got this.
Jenny is
Which is
holding up a
I was gonna
large
say.
bag that says
Gingerbread.
Crochet
Yeah.
along.
Crochet along gingerbread, and it's got a lot of wool in it, and it you do a little bit every day in Advent. I don't know how likely this is.
Can you
and
eat
it
it?
makes.
Oh wow! So that's like a
Ooh.
Don't
Christmas
eat wool.
blanket.
Don't eat wool, Tim.
Christmas
No.
crochet blanket. Is that what it is?
Christmas crochet gingerbread house themed blanket.
For those listening at home, and can't see the visual medium, Jenny's holding up what it should be looking like. We shall wait until the end of Advent to see what it does look like.
Here's the before.
Oh yeah,
The
that's just a ball of wool.
Jenny held up some wool.
So
It should
yes,
also be
I'm very
noted
excited
that
about that.
considering it's a gingerbread, Jenny is also wearing a jumper that looks like gingerbread colour.
A little bit ginger. I think it's autumnal. This,
Yeah,
and
I'd say
I've been
autumnal.
the other thing
Yeah,
I've been
it's autumnal.
geeking out about this week is autumnal things. I'm ready. Do you know? Like I'm ready for something mulled, not wine, not Christmas, but maybe cider, apple juice.
I did buy the Ribena winter spice this week.
Nice.
So that's like my go-to simple one.
Very
but there's
nice.
also new autumnal tea coming out. But
Oh.
I did also receive devastating news today.
Oh no!
Apparently, one of my
Actual
favourite.
devastating.
On a sliding
The
scale.
tequila.
Okay, that's cool.
The favourite flavoured matcha that I get, which is
no.
also flavoured matcha that Shelby actually likes.
Oh no!
Apparently, I need to confirm with my sources, has been discontinued.
No.
Which now
Very
means
painful.
I need to go at some point to my local bird and blend store and
Stock
acquire copious amounts of it, just like I did
Stock
when they
up.
got rid of the last lot of tea that Shelby kind of liked drinking.
It messaged me which one it is, and I can pop into the Norwich.
It's the
store.
Norwich one. It was my
Ooh.
contact from Norwich that told me that it was being discontinued, and they only had the £50 bag left. And as much as I love matcha, I'm not spending 50 quid on matcha.
Folks, for you who
Fair
are
enough.
watching, please do make a comment or get in touch to let us know what geekiness you've been up to and what geekiness you are up to currently, as we kind of shift along to talk about what exciting things we're up to this evening, because there's a lot of there's occasional heads down and bobbing and various noises happening tonight. What are we up to?
I can go first because I need to ask you guys a question on this. So,
Oh yes.
as previous mentioned, I'm working this weekend. As part of the thing I'm working on, I have to prep a one-shot for anyone to run at an event. So, yes, I know. So what I am doing is I'm writing effectively a one-page encounter and including the stats that they need to have on there. Because then the idea is that people can come along, young people can come along, generate their own characters, and then play this game, play this session. And I'm inspired somewhat by the D&D session we played at Comic-Con last year.
Yay!
The only problem is I was quite sick at that Comic-Con last year.
You you'd lost your voice.
Yeah. Turns out sending me, Tim, to Comic-Con when I'm slightly sick, and then me, Tim, geeking out about everything and providing copious amounts of details and connections does lead to me, Tim, losing my voice and damaging my larynx. And then having a week of not being able to speak.
For the rest of us who had been a long time since we'd seen Tim, namely me, I was thinking, gosh, I didn't think he was that croaky in kind of real life previously.
So quiet.
It's like, is this what he's always like at Comic-Con? No, it turns out you're really ill.
Yeah.
So bless you.
And we kept going. Anyway, so we did a session, and it was basically adventures on a boat. And we used the because they were just launching the new 2024 rules for D&D. We actually used pre-generated characters which were based on the D&D cartoon. Now, those character sheets are available online. They're only available though at level 4, not level 1, which is what we used. There's your D20 you got from last year, because we got loads of D20s. We got loads of D20s from them. They gave us.
They just gave one for every member of the party, didn't they?
But then Mark got 20.
No, I didn't get 20. I said that I was DMing various things, and therefore I could give them away. And so the chappie did give me several, and then he sort of said, "And obviously you're the DM, so you get 2." So I was very excited. I still think I actually got rid of that one as well, though, because I was being very generous.
So I'm recreating that because it's not available online anywhere, because it's only available for those running in the session there. I just can't remember what the creature was. because it was a level 1. It was because we were level 1 adventurers, and we were on a ship.
I thought it was the captain of the ship.
No,
it was
the
the bird things.
We didn't.
It was a bird thing.
Oh, was it? Oh.
I thought it was. I thought it was a Sahagin or a Marrow.
No,
because it was a sea creature that slithered out from the sea.
No, I thought there were 2 birdie things.
I don't remember that.
I might get it mixed up.
I can't.
I'd love to help out, but I wasn't there, so I'm afraid I'm.
I have choices, which is I'm basically. I'm not imagining anyone listening is actually going to be at Free Generate this weekend, or running this session, or being in this session. If you are, please shut your ears.
Stop listening.
Can you tell me those people again, those creatures again, so I can look at them?
It's either a Sahagin, a Marrow, or something else. What I'm thinking is it going to be attacked on a boat, and either having a Marrow, which is a large creature. I'm looking at the hit points, and I'm going, that looks roughly the right amount of hit points. It didn't have much movement. It was on a boat. It fits all in nicely.
Yeah.
Or I just put in an octopus, a giant one.
Giant octopus.
I think you were right in that. I was wrong. I was thinking of the one shot that I've done a couple of times with the harpy things. But I think it may have been the Marrow, because I think there was it could be seen as like evil and devious, whereas I would say an octopus could just be something of nature, and it, I guess it would open up opportunities. So I guess it depends what your ambition is whether people could sort of like try and reason with an octopus.
We were the only
resort
team
to fighting.
We were the only team who managed to talk our way out of it, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what the DM said.
Whereas
also,
we did really well.
Also, that DM I saw on a recent D&D advert.
Nice.
Cool.
Like they were like telling about times they were at conventions.
That's
They
so
didn't mention
cool.
they didn't mention us. However,
That's a shame.
I did recognise him. He too also had a bad throat and was finding it difficult to actually, do the voices and speak and stuff.
What's a lot of the ripping or folding?
That's me. That's me. Apologies.
For those on podcast, it's
I'm ripping open a bag, but I shall explain in a moment.
Okay.
Marrow.
Well, I think that allows you to be able to have the talk it through and talk it through.
I mean, also I'm going to put the logic in of, hey, the Marrow's going to go last in your initiative order, so everyone can attack it first.
Oh yeah, and have a go.
Yeah. Everyone can have their time to shine, and then the Marrow can run away. Swim away.
Run away. We just rolled it back out to sea. We made it unconscious. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and then Becca was like, I don't want to kill it. I don't want to finish it off. So we're just going to roll it out to sea.
We bludgeoned it, had it on 2 death saves, failed, and then went, and pushed it off into the sea.
I'm sure.
And
It'll
just
be fine.
pushed it off back to its family.
I also have to do, but that's the entry level one. I also have a advanced D&D session to run as well.
Oh gosh.
But I'm just going to do a dungeon crawl with them because it's easier, and it's only going to be an hour. And they are going to use higher level characters because they've done it before.
Is that you DMing though, or is that you setting up others to DM?
That's me. I'm the low level, the single encounter that is other people are running it. The longer encounter dungeon crawl is me running it.
You doing it.
And that one I can kind of speed people along if needs be.
Very fun.
So part of that is you just having fun DMing an encounter, yeah?
I mean, that's gonna be one of my highlights.
I love it. That die is the one that I used on our very, very first D&D that we did. The one shot, the very first one shot that we did together. And do you remember you told me to stop using it because I kept rolling a natural one?
You rolled really low multiple times.
And then we blamed the dice.
That's what we
Correctly,
do.
I
Good,
think, yeah.
sensible, rational people. We blame the dice every time.
Change your die. Change
I realise
it.
I've just been sat here not doing anything. So back in one moment whilst you actually carry on talking about what you do.
Tom, do you want to tell us about what
Yes.
ripping and stuff you've been doing?
Yes, good. Yes. So, as I said, I moved over the summer, and people who have been around before will know that I'm a big Lego person, as well as kind of wargaming and Warhammer and all of that. So, one of the things that I got given was a very large Lego set, which until we had the house sorted and display cabinets up, I couldn't really build because I had nowhere to put it once it had been built. So, this evening I'm making a start on the steamboat. The steamboat. So the ripping of the bags is one of the sets that Lego has moved over to brown paper or white paper bags rather than little plastic bags inside the box. So the ripping was me moving on to bag 2 as I build very, very large steep paddle steamboat, which was one of the things on my wish list when they released it, because I did at one point in my life live in Mississippi, not far from the Mississippi River, where such paddle steamboats used to operate, and therefore it is quite nostalgic for me to be building one of these. But yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice to get back on the Lego building after a little bit of a break, so that's good.
Controversially, Disney, Walt Disney World, Disney have very recently decided that they're going to expand a section of Frontierland to make it Cars Land with a brand new ride. But that means they're going to get rid of the area which is like Rivers of America or something is what it's called, which is where their paddle boat is. So they're not going to have their paddle boat anymore. They're getting rid of their paddle boat steamer at Walt Disney World. It's not right. A lot of people have been very upset by this.
Is it because they're upgrading it to a solar panelled?
I wouldn't mind that. They're just getting rid of it altogether.
So very quickly, there we go. There's the very start of the boat. It is
very good.
See, quite a large one. Jen, what are you up to?
This evening, I am doing a cross stitch, which I've had for maybe a couple of years, and it's been sat there waiting to be done. I've done a different one, which was a Christmas themed one, which was fleece Navidad with a picture of a sheep on it, which great pun. And this year I'm doing this one. I don't know if you can see what it says. Boobies. Dressed as ghosts, and it says boobies.
We're all about the sound effects tonight, aren't we?
I know. That was very Beavis and Butthead. I'm here for it. I think they may glow in the dark, because the thread I'm using is coming apart. And normally when you just use a cotton thread, it doesn't come apart. Normally it's a lot easier than that. So the ones that come apart tend to be the ones that are coated in something. And I think this might be coated in glow in the dark stuff. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I finish it. But it has reminded me of this that was given to me by a very lovely friend, which was a card that says we make a great pair, and then there's loads of actual boobies all over it. So I'm just living my best life over here.
Awesome.
That's what I'm doing.
If you're new to us, we don't usually have all these variety of sound effects.
Hang on, I think after that reveal, we're gonna have to turn on the red light.
Yeah.
The red light. Oh yeah. Time for the booby hour.
Oh, good.
I feel like, you know, when you said this is a you go and you put your money and you see what you get. Obviously, what you get this evening for your money is sound effects.
So we have some comments, Mr. Julie has put after tips on Discord from Tim. I very quickly become hooked on matcha over the last week.
Yes, a
well
convert.
done. And then
And I'm
Tim,
again.
you have actually commented on here. More than happy to offer experience.
Yeah, more experience
that.
is better. I'm happy
Okay.
to offer more to converts and convert more people.
It's very good for you.
It's
and
very
then-
good. It's like caffeine.
Bridget
But
has then
nice.
put glow in the dark boo bees, and then she's
Boo.
put you guys.
Yeah.
I assume that's in like a. Sorry, I've added. Tone
Hey,
there.
you
That might not be there. So apologies if that.
Do we
was-
want to take turns in like guessing what the emotion Bridget was trying to convey with you guys?
Yeah, okay then.
I have no idea.
You guys.
I'm going to just change my visual slightly because I'm needing to try and get my thing to be working. So I can either do this button here, and so my screen has changed to multi-shot of my Mega Drive and a screen. However, I'm actually going to just swap that over in a moment.
This is so
to
high
something
tech.
else.
This is so high tech, friends. We've got
I don't know if
cameras
it's that.
inside cameras inside cameras.
A wheel within a wheel.
We've got old tech, new tech, sound
So-
effect, lots of sound effects, flash lightning. Ooh, we're
So-
doing so good today.
So yeah,
Oh,
I've got a
yeah.
Mega Drive out basically, which is on top of an Acorn Electron and a PlayStation, and I'm just trying
That
to get...
reminds me of the dog on top, the cat on top of the dog, the mouse on top of the cat on top of the dog. Never mind. Never mind.
What you
If
mean?
you've seen the American Office, you'll remember in the American Office when Andy goes to his new agent, there's somebody who has a show which is a mouse on top of a cat on top of a dog, and he has to replace the mouse.
I thought you were making reference to there was an old lady who swallowed a fly, and there's the fly
Yes, that
had
as
been eaten
well.
by that.
That would be more coherent, most definitely. But this is a Mega Drive on top of a PlayStation.
Who knew it was all for a prophetic device? It predicted
This isn't really working.
It predicted Tesco's lasagna years before it happened.
Oh, that is
What?
wonderful.
There was an old lady who swallowed a horse.
Is that
Oh my gosh.
Topical news from
Okay.
15
is-
years ago.
I was going to say
What I can
topical,
do,
not today, I hope.
I mean, it probably is.
if you give me a moment, I
Probably
can do
still.
something even crazier. One moment.
Wait,
Oh,
we're going to be grinding a horse live?
Oh, please, not the horses.
so Mark has disappeared, and Mark will presumably be back shortly.
Maybe
In the-
with a controller, with a game, with a
Do you know
fancy
what?
brush to clear the dust.
Do you know what I find when I am having to do something like a Zoom chat for work, work, or I'm on a phone call, which is, one of those longer phone calls that you're concentrating on, but it doesn't require snappy, immediate responses. I find myself doing things like tidying in the house. All of a sudden, I'll see mess that I hadn't seen before and get up and do a bit of tidying, or I'll end up picking up a bit of a craft and doing some craft. And I think that is something to do with my ADHD. Like, I'm not quite sure it's the same as body doubling, but I think it's that sense that. Is it like is it the same as body doubling, or is it a different thing?
It's different to body doubling. It's an aspect of ADHD avoidance where you know you should be doing something, but you want to go do something else first. To avoid doing the thing that you want to be doing, which is you want to be providing so much attention to the people in front of you and to the conversation in front of you, but you're finding it really difficult to focus on that one thing. So you go around and do the other things that you've been putting off to kind of get your attention rate back up. So you're resetting yourself a little bit every single time.
It does help me focus more.
Yeah. It's like walking out of a room and then like you come back in like, oh, I just remembered or forgotten something. It's because you reset yourself every time.
Because it's actually a reset in your brain. It does help me to focus on the conversation more.
Yeah.
Having something to do. I find it easier to focus when I've got more than one thing to focus on.
Sorry to disturb you, but if you can see my screen, that is
That's a stack.
a Super Nintendo on top of a Mega Drive, on top of a Nintendo, on top of a PlayStation, on top of an Acorn.
Is it in? Is it in release order?
No, because I didn't want them to fall because the Mega Drive is a little bit more angular than others. But
For those that are listening, it looks like Mark has raided a museum and taken all their retro gaming stuff.
Rude.
I mean, right? They've just submitted into a museum the Nintendo 3DS. If that is now considered retro,
That's
then
not right.
I mean, I could go and get my Game Boy from upstairs.
I have my DS in front of me, actually.
That is not right. I'm not okay with that.
It doesn't hold much of charge anymore, but I can still play it.
Does that mean that we could be in a museum and that would just be okay? That we'd be studied as a part of history?
It's
That's how old we are
is
now.
it antique over 25 years old?
I mean,
definitely then.
Well, doesn't it go kitsch first? Like goes kitsch, then retro.
Vintage. What's vintage? Where does vintage go?
Rocks. I saw a uni freshers night advertising retro music. It was noughties music.
Oh,
I'm sorry, noughties music is retro. No. That's just
That's wrong.
How
that is wrong.
dare?
no.
That's like
That
a
is
knife
also
to everyone's soul.
That is also the best era for music as well. So there's a double reason why I'm not
the
okay
noughties?
calling it retro. The noughties, yeah, 100% hands down, best era. Yes, late 90s, early
I think
noughties.
Tim is broken.
That's sorry. That's two eras. You said late 90s, early noughties. That's two
Millennium.
eras.
The millennium.
So that's 1 year.
The
That's
millennium.
1 year.
Late 90s, early noughties. I'm telling you, that is the best era.
It was I'm sure I've said this already, but the
specific
TikTok video of somebody saying, "Yeah, this is a classic of the." This is an exact example of like the late 1900s music, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!"
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that.
No.
And also that meme of that young person who had to Shazam. What was it? It was Mr. Brightside. They had to Shazam Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside was playing in a pub and they had to Shazam it. And somebody filmed them doing this because... Anyway.
Okay. So just because we have to respond to this allegation from Jen that the late 90s, early noughties was the best time of music. Number ones from that era, from that 1999, Heartbeat / Tragedy by Steps, Praise You by Fatboy Slim,
That actually genuinely is a classic.
Pretty Fly (parentheses)
For a
White Guy. Those
Yeah.
You Don't Know Me by Armand Van Halen featuring Dwayne Harden.
Classic of its era.
Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz.
Okay,
you're actually kind of proving your point. Somebody's seeing the rest.
Okay, you
Baby
see?
One More Time. When the Going Gets Done.
Yeah.
Blame It on the Weatherman by Bewitched.
Yes.
Perfect Moment by Martine McCutcheon.
Oh, do you remember that? That was amazing.
15th of May in the UK, the number one, I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys, which knocks off the 2-week rock of Swear It Again by Westlife. But don't worry, Backstreet Boys got knocked off by Boyzone the following week with You Needed Me.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then they got knocked off for 2 weeks by Sweet Like Chocolate by Shanks and Bigfoot.
Random question. Does anyone know about if I don't have a cartridge for the Nintendo, would I get any life out of it other than a flashing red light? Would anything come up on screen? Or do I have to have a cartridge in order to test it properly?
Do you
need
don't know. Cartridge in what's the console?
NES.
Nintendo
Entertainment System.
To get life.
It's alive.
Right. Let's not go with the Google's forced AI answer.
Because it's often wrong.
Yes.
Well, I've got light in there.
Oh, I remembered what I was geeking out about this week apart from wool. Just reminded me because of AI. We've been watching the remake, that's in inverted commas, of The Demon Headmaster. Anybody been watching that? Why would you? You don't have
No, the
children
original,
the right
the original was the best.
Except this is amazing because spoilers, this is genuinely a spoiler thing if you're into The Demon Headmaster, so stop listening if you are. It's not a remake, it's a sequel. It's amazing. Definitely watch it. And then my kids were like obsessed, they want to watch the original, so I asked Google where you can watch the original, and the AI lied to us. Yes.
Mark, you do need a cartridge in there for it to be live.
Yeah, I suspected as much, really. But I do have a SNES, so I'm going to move on to that one now.
Yes.
Try that.
Just checking through again.
I have got I've got a cartridge for that thing.
Ooh.
Which one? What have you got?
Number one's from the 90s while Mark plays the cartridge.
Yeah,
there were 3 songs in 1999 which were number 1 in the UK for 3 weeks.
Ooh.
If I tell you the month that they were released, could you probably guess what the song is?
No.
I'd need more clues. I definitely need more clues than just a month.
One of them was released in July for 3 weeks. It was number 1. It was covered by a famous movie in 2002 or 2003.
My music knowledge is nowhere near.
Sung by Eddie Murphy and Antonio Banderas.
Oh, that would be.
Oh, it's I'm on my way from Missouri to
Is it not?
Living to Vila Loca.
Yeah.
Then
it should have been
end of September into October.
In 1999.
In 1999, end of September.
I was in the US at that point, so I wasn't paying attention to UK
September Ends by Green Day.
No, that was later. That was later in the early 2000s.
Yeah, 2002.
I'll give you a clue. It knocked off. Leading up to it, you had Mi Chia Latino by Jerry Halliwell. Then Mambo Number 5.
Oh gosh!
And this song was in the charts for 3 weeks, and it knocked off "We're Going to Ibiza" by the Venga Boys.
Oh, is it? What year was it again?
1999.
1999.
Was it Mr. Blobby?
No.
Oh.
Mr. Blobby was 1994.
Are we following still the Latino theme?
Yes,
sorry,
Roxy's correct.
I was going to say Roxy had put the right answer for the last one,
and Roxy just put the correct one. It's "I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da."
I'm Blue.
And then
classic.
My kids actually are into that now.
And then the last song in 1999, which was number 1 for 3 weeks. It's pretty obvious. December.
Was it Mariah Carey?
In 1999. December for 3 weeks. This song was number 1 in the year of our Lord, 1999.
Is it? Oh, Millennium Prayer? Oh, it was Prince. Yeah. It was Millennium. Oh.
It was Millennium Prayer.
It was Cliff Richard, not Prince. Okay.
Yeah. But the actual Christmas number 1 was Westlife's "I Have a Dream" Seasons in the Sun.
So I take it back. The music was awful.
1 second.
But in my mind, it was amazing.
I just because I'm curious, I want to see what came up in.
I'm just concerned that I'm off in 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. I'm off to see Reef do a 30th anniversary tour of Replenish, which was their debut album. But that's 30 years old, which means it's older than Retro. And in February, we're off to see the Kaiser Chiefs do their 20th anniversary of Employment tour. And that would apparently, according to this Freshers Fair, count as retro.
That's not okay.
No, that's
really
just
not
wrong.
Okay. I'm not okay with any of that.
Sorry, what was that?
I was listening to way more rock than pop, I think. Was there an alternative chart that we could look at?
Right, let's find. Alternative chart. 1999 UK.
Yeah, 99. You're just post Britpop. That's 94, 95 to kind of 97, 98. And unfortunately, 99 is the point where I start losing track because, like I said, I moved to the States in summer '99. So my kind of
Which actually, let's see what our siblings across the pond.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, you don't want to know what they were listening to.
Surely it's Backstreet Boys as well, though.
Ooh,
Yeah, Backstreet Boys, Mambo number 5.
Well, that's not what I wanted. That's the Hot 100 songs of 1999.
Okay, I've done the first sheet of the first Ghost.
1999, US music. Tom, you said you moved there the end.
Yes, I moved there August 99.
Okay, so August 99, you were bombarded by Christina Aguilera and Jeannie Nabotta.
Right, yep.
Then it was
Classic.
Balamos by Enrique Iglesias.
Mm.
Unpretty by TLC. Heartbreaker
golly.
by Mariah Carey featuring Jay-Z. And then for the rest of 1999, Santana featuring Rob Thomas with
of course.
Smooth.
Smooth, yeah. That was the big, massive, yeah.
However, you did miss the absolute banger of a hit, Wild Wild West featuring Drew Hill and Cole Bobby with Will Smith.
A Wild Wild West. Yeah, that was
Wild
it.
West. Which of all of those songs that you've just named is going to be the one that's stuck in your head at 3 a.m. this morning?
Nothing was stuck in my head at 3 a.m. this morning, but tomorrow morning.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like 3 a.m. this coming morning, tomorrow morning, what song will be stuck in your head?
Honest answer, it's going to be Focon's Australia.
Oh, okay.
Because that is Quinn's favorite. That's Quinn's favorite song right now. He just wants Australia.
I don't think he said that out loud. Was that from 1999?
No. That's the song that's been playing in the car most recently.
Oh, I see.
Listen to that more often. So it's
okay.
Gonna be...
But what from that list that you just read is
the
one that would be stuck in your head?
US or UK? I think it's probably going to be something from the UK.
I stuck in my head now that you've mentioned it, it's going to be Wild Wild West, and I'm going to hate you for it.
Blue Dabba Dabba Da's always in my head.
Always a little bit. Always a little bit.
I remember my VHS copy of the Wild Wild West, and the one thing I can remember about my VHS copy was they had a massive sticker in the bottom right hand corner saying, "You can get this and a pizza at Domino's."
Nice.
And I was like, did they just do like a deal with, Domino's to get this appearing? But
nice.
But yeah, no, I just remember that it was.
Isn't it amazing when you watch something that is meant to be retro, but actually it's just the way that your childhood looked? Like Stranger Things, or I watched Freaky Tales recently, and I'm like, that's just what it looked like when I was growing up. That's how old I am now. I'm most definitely retro.
I want to know when does it go from like it's just old tech to kitschy to retro to antique?
To antique needs to be in a museum. How do they decide that?
So by that logic, a Game Boy Advance is in a museum, therefore, it is an antique. No. But it's not.
Also, technically, I have clothes that are antiques, just because I've still got them. Like I've just not thrown them away, and I still wear them.
Yeah. So I think, in regards to cars, isn't it something over 25 years is an antique car? Because, and the weird thing is, I know this because of farmers and farming, that you can have a Land Rover chassis, but be kind of altered and changed, so it could be brand new. But because the chassis is over 25 years, it can be recognised as an old antique vehicle, which therefore it becomes, at one point or other, it used to be anyway, I'm not sure if it's still the case, that you'd be exempt from the normal insurance, but you could only kind of drive it 3 months. But you could only drive it 3 months in the year or something.
What?
Because it would be because it's an antique car rather than a normal.
So by that logic, cars that were
amazing.
released in 1999, the Audi A2, the Audi All-Road Quattro, the classic, the BMW X5, the Citroen Zara Picasso.
The Zara Picasso. Jeez, that doesn't feel that old.
Well, this was in the US. No, UK. The Ford Taurus. The Honda Insight. The Kia Carens. Name went out of favour. And then the Renault Clio 172. Skoda Fabio, Toyota Tundra, the original Toyota Yaris.
What is it about looking back at stuff that's not even really that old, because it's not as old as we are, and we're not that old, but it brings back such a sense of nostalgia. Like, like thinking about a Nokia 310. Do you know what I mean? What is it that brings back this deep sense of nostalgia about these things?
Because the world's moving too quickly, and things that are there just no longer are gone very quite quickly, and there's no mystery and wonder anymore. The world's getting.
Do you think it's like permanence and wonder and that sense of
I think we've mentioned this previously, but it's worth bringing up again with more people around in a casual conversation. So I loved as a kid Treasure Planet. That was a banger of a movie. By Disney.
Sorry.
It came out around January because there's lots of reasons Disney didn't want to advertise it, so they put it up against the original Harry Potter movie. So it was a Christmas early January release. Horrible time. Didn't reclaim its funding and all that stuff. But I can roughly remember most movies that came out that year, because there weren't that many movies that came out that year. But all of them were slightly different and interesting. Whereas now, take, say, the most recent Superman. I was going to plan to go see that in the cinema. I did not, and I don't have to, because it went straight onto streaming within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we're already looking at the next thing. So same with Magic the Gathering at the moment. The Spider-Man stuff just dropped, so there's now Spider-Man Magic the Gathering. We already know that the next one coming out, which is in December, is going to be the Avatar: The Last Airbender. But we're already doing pre-release and previews for the set that's being released in January, and we already know the next year's release schedule and some of the previews for that.
I don't want to be like, everything was better when I was younger, because that's just not true. And I don't want to be that old person. But having said that, do you remember when we were kids and there was that one Christmas toy that everybody wanted, and they genuinely sold out of it? That you genuinely might not have got it because they actually sold out of stuff. Can you imagine them selling out of the most popular Christmas toy nowadays?
Wasn't that a plot?
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah,
Jingle All the Way.
It
was a movie plot. That's how
classic film.
Such a meme it was.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
There have been ones where you kind of run out of them. There's game consoles a couple of years back, weren't they? The PS5, but that was as early as September. You also had various other things. I'm trying to think of them.
But a lot of the selling out right now was probably the same for stuff back then. A lot of it now is just mainly scalpers. So PS5 sold out massively due to people using bots and systems to scalp and basically sell them for a massive personal profit.
Or it's forced scarcity. So that's just, things selling out, especially things like special Christmas releases. That's just Games Workshop standard business practice.
Yeah.
So stuff still sells out at Games Workshop?
Overhype it, underproduce it, guarantee your profits because you sell out.
So I I got
Strategy.
into watching a video about this, but for Magic the Gathering. And it was about there's a Magic Gathering podcast I watch and listen to, and they talked about how they do Kickstarters for merchandise and drops every couple of months. It used to be like every couple of months. Now they do it like twice a year. But what they do is they do a limited run. So they say, right, when we've, it costs a lot to make. When we've hit X amount of money, we know we can produce, 500 units of this certain object, and we can do that, and we can cover all the costs and make a little bit of profit, and we know that, but we can fulfill that order. But they're really clear that we do not mass produce it or re-release it later. That's an exclusive drop. When it's gone, it's gone.
That's it. You're done.
If like they did a mystery box like a couple of years after one of their more successful ones. They went, we literally moved studios, and we found like a trashed box with these still in the foil, still really good. So these are the last ones that we found, and they showed like a picture of like it was in like an old shower that they basically hired. It's LA. They hired a house and used the house as their studio. So the shower was like a storage room. But they had it like in there, and they're like, yeah, this is literally the last box. There's nothing else anymore. When these 5 go, they're gone. Whereas, like, again, there was another one with like say recent Magic the Gathering drops. They've done a drop like this last week because they're doing a Play-Doh one for some of their famous cards,
Cool.
and they sold out within an hour. Like all of them sold out in an hour, and
so that's interesting, isn't it? So it used to be that just stuff that kids wanted, like Furbies and Tamagotchis and stuff, that they could sell out if they were the number one Christmas toy. They genuinely could sell out. Hence the Arnold Schwarzenegger film. But nowadays, it's definitely more to do with limited edition runs of things for those children who then grew up into us, the geeks, still wanting that same experience of, oh my gosh, this is limited edition and it might run out and I've got to go at midnight and stand outside of the shop to make sure I'm first in the queue.
So 2013, when the Xbox One was released, I just got back from uni, from traveling uni, so I was back home for the day, and my housemate, who's my dear friend, had me sit in his car in Lincoln train station car park for an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
While he queued outside the game store in the Market Square, waiting to get his day one Xbox One. And they didn't realise, they thought it would just queue up and you get it whenever you go in. No, they didn't tell people long enough that, hey, whatever your number is on your receipt is the number you're going to be called in.
Oh my gosh.
So they had people queuing up, like what they had, I think like the person at the front of the queue was like number like 75. He had to wait ages.
No.
But again, I sat in my best friend's car to essentially say, hey, someone's in your car. We're fine. My mate's around the corner, waiting for someone to come and basically pick up their Xbox One. But on that, so pre-release of video games and stuff, and even if I vaguely remember some DVDs about this for movies, coming like the special edition box set and what it came with. So, so the game that came with the steel box and the extra toy, and maybe like an exclusive item that you only got if you got that edition of the game.
That edition. Now, I still have my Minas Tirith. What are they called?
Bookends.
Yeah, they're bookends. But what are they called? I want to say Argonauts. I'm not sure that's quite true.
Yeah, it's the Kings of Gondor.
Anyway, from the special edition DVD.
But those, so that culture is still there. There are some really lovely like pre-order of games which can do that.
Yeah.
But a lot else is digital only content, which is then released later on as DLC. So there's the logic of pre-ordering your game, spending more to get a exclusive DLC for pre-ordering it early just isn't there
Yeah.
anymore. If they release it
It's not quite the
for like a
same.
fraction of the price later on,
Yeah.
then it's like, meh.
I think Nintendo still do some of that. When Mario 8 came out, I got some pins, some badge pins for the pre-release.
Oh, cool.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
but I think it might be more niche, for like the big boys, the big guns doing that sort of thing. I remember, I think it was Tomb Raider 2. We got like a CD
Tomb Raider
style clock, so it had like it was like the game disc, but as a clock. I don't know whether that had gone wrong or something, but I don't know whether. I think that ended up in the bin in the end. But that was like a treasured item for a long time because
it was more. It conveyed the extra value of pre-ordering something early.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
definitely.
like you look back and like I remember pre-ordering that. I remember the day I got it. And the extra thing with
it was the event. It was the whole event.
I don't think it even was pre-ordered. I think it was just like the first 100 people or whatever you got one.
You do still get that if you go to the cinema and see something that you can still do like. In fact, look, this exact thing. I went to see Fantastic Four at the cinema and got
You got that for free.
Jenny is holding up. I can't see what it is.
It definitely wasn't free.
I can't see it. Literally, Jenny's just holding up her hand to the camera.
And now my hand's invisible, and now we're all under a force field. So that's a bargain when you think about
Potential spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
Potential spoilers for a movie that's not yet widely available on streaming, but we all know what's happening.
I mean,
folks,
and
we
also
are nearly at the end of our time. I've given up on my devices because I couldn't get the right channel to work. I can't remember which it's because I've not used this TV to get the radio frequency. It should be channel 28.
Hot news in from Geeky News via the Discord. Please join us on the Discord if you want to come join the conversation further and the post chat, which Mark's gonna put it in the chat and the QR code. If you're visually watching, there's a QR code.
The only problem is, as long as you're visually watching with the device that you can hold in front of the screen.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. There's a link somewhere. Don't worry.
Carry on.
Today is International Translation Day. The 30th of September is the feast of Saint Jerome, the patron saint of translators. So the UN shows it to be the date of International Day of Translation.
Oh, thank you, translators.
Thank you, Purple Plushie, in the Discord.
Very good.
Oh, fantastic.
So I realise that I've been pottering as I go, and I've been listening to
the whole point.
That's what it's here for.
The thing for me is we're talking about kind of the nostalgia items and otherwise. So over on my settee, I actually have a cine camera. And so that I think that does kind of definitely qualify as
my granddad had a cine camera. Yeah.
If it's older than antique. But I think there is something there about very tangible and very touchy. Same goes for my Acorn Electron, which is my original family computer. Listen to this sound.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And that for me throws me back to when I was 4 or 5, learning to play Dungeons and accidentally pressing the break key and killing the whole game, and that kind of stuff. But it definitely kind of induces memory. And I think all of these consoles for me induce that memory of the time where you didn't have to worry about anything other than trying to get Mario to the other side of the bit or to get Dizzy to kind of complete the game. That was your worry in the world. And so I definitely get that kind of simpler times idea.
Yep.
But I like the nostalgia of it, and it's just like, oh yeah, can you remember? So I do have got. Wow, that was really bad English. I do have got Dizzy. And I managed to get it on a Mega Drive, so it's easier to load rather than waiting 10 minutes to load. And that for me is another game where I'm just like, it just places me back. It almost time travels me back to like that place and that time.
Cool.
And I can get, I can give thanks for it. I can, it's like a time machine, a time capsule, isn't it? Of being able to do it.
That's why I shelled out on Hero Quest. The only reason I've got the new Hero Quest on the shelf is because it's pure nostalgia. I've not even. I don't think I've got it out the box to play it yet. I've got it out the box to have a look at it, but I've not played it.
Not to play.
pure nostalgia of having it there on the shelf to kind of remind me, this is how long I've been doing this hobby off and on, is right back
That's so cool.
But
that's so cool. One of the things that I've been doing this past couple of weeks is because I'm absolutely useless at any even vaguely advanced computer games. So I can't do PlayStation, I can't do Xbox. I've tried and tried and tried, and I just walk into walls all the time. I can't do anything about it. So, but I desperately wanted to play The Last of Us because of my deep love of Pedro. And I've been sat watching my friend play it. So I go over to his house, I sit down, and he plays it, and he's having a great time. I'm eating snacks, I'm drinking drinks, and I'm watching him play. And then once he's had enough, we'll watch an episode of The Last of Us. It's amazing. We're having a great time. But there's something really nostalgic in that for me, because it reminds me of being allowed in my big brother's bedroom to watch him play the games that he and his friends were really enjoying at the time. Because I didn't have the consoles. My brother had the consoles. So when he was done with them, I got them. But in the meantime, all I could do was sit and watch. But I used to love it because I was included in a gang that otherwise I wouldn't be included in. There's something really nostalgic in that for me too.
But I remember playing with my mate where it was one-player game Tomb Raider, and we would take it in turns to play. And
you have to watch.
But you'd be like wing person, you'd be
going, you had a role.
Resident Evil also. It's like, zombie in the window, go, reload.
Well, and I can't,
all that kind of stuff.
I can't help but do that with my friend now, even though I don't have the skills really to be a proper wingman. I'm like, I don't really have the skills, but I'm sat there joining in.
Don't sell yourself
I'm very vocal.
short. You have the skills to be a good wingman.
Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you. I love
folks,
you.
We are pretty much at an end. Are we going with our projects and hobbies and otherwise? There is a ghostly cover for one of the bees.
There's a boo. I don't see a bee.
Yeah. Fantastic. So that is the little white sheet over one of the bees. Tom is lifting up the bottom of his steamboat, which is starting to. You've got the brown base, and you've got the white little chunks coming up, and the middle section looking really good. It's amazing the colours that you find within the Lego big builds, isn't it?
They hide some of those sneaky little colours in there.
Yeah. At least it's really obvious where they go, or they shouldn't be on the outside at the very least. Tim, how about you? Did you manage any?
The encounter is done. I even managed to get a load of character sheets into a folder, so I can just print them off in the morning at a sociable hour.
How did you do that, Tim? That's very good. Good multitasking.
Bold of you to assume I don't have some character sheets, just randomly different files.
I got none of my game consoles working.
You have time.
I've got time. I've got time tomorrow to do it more and to
are there any random geeky announcements that we need to make?
I think one of them that we kind of slipped under the radar is that we're going to be joined by Tom and Lydia in the coming weeks. As soon as we get on top of things in regards to hosting and otherwise, but we're also we are basically just kind of spreading the load more across our who's responsible for pressing the buttons and bits and pieces. So that will be coming along, which is all geekiness and very practical behind the scenes stuff. We are dropping. We heard I wouldn't say the big demand, but the vague request for Epoch to drop twice a month rather than once a month. And so that's going to be really exciting. And it basically means that, because we've already been pre-recording some of this stuff.
Yeah, big demand. We've recorded 8, 9, 7, 8.
Somewhere like
We've recorded more than 5.
Yeah. And so we want to share them with you because we're excited about them, and it sounds as if you're excited about them too. So that's really good. We shall also be dropping Hyperfocus, which is going to be our devotional, worshipy, devotional, reflective-y project thing, which is going to be an ongoing evolution of reflecting as we kind of do these sort of things. And we're trying things. Yeah, we're trying things. So it'll be good. We'll drop them. Haven't got the release schedule. I think it's like towards the last
Yeah, we're trying things. We'll let you know when it comes up.
November.
Yeah, we'll give you a bit better timetable in the coming days. So anyway, yeah, so I think that's it. We are going to be, for those people who are going to be at 3 Generate, we shall be doing a 3 Generate. Whilst Tim is frantically doing D&D, me and Becca will be...
And other things. Say hi, bring food, bring snacks, bring
I'll also be at, Becca and I and Tim will all be at 3 Generate for that Methodist youth gathering, which will be fun and very tiring. And we've got also kind of Comic-Con news coming up on the horizon, but we just need another meeting to confirm that. But that will be hopefully the end of November and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's everything, is it, Tim? Unless you were suggesting something else.
Wait, I was thinking that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Trying to get ahead of things. Hey, if you got any like Adventy stuff, we kind of mentioned it a bit with Jenny's crafty stuff. If you got any Advent calendars that you're doing this year, they're a bit geeky and quirky. Send photos of them.
I've got a Jigsaw Advent calendar and the Exit Advent calendar. I've got two geeky Advent calendars.
And your crafting one as well that you showed us at the start.
Oh, that's 3.
I've got multiple. I'm ordering tomorrow my Lego Star Wars one, and I already have on order
that is how you know it's Christmas, friends. That's how you know it's Christmas.
I also have several others this year that are waiting to be lined up.
But like, if you have them and you're finding them, let us know. We'd love to see them so we can do a Advent kickoff with them, and just to actively encourage people to post what happens every single day with them, so we can have a nice collage of different Advent calendars.
It sounds like we need a new Discord.
We'll make a Discord channel.
Don't we?
Seasonal Discord channel.
Seasonal Discord. Speaking of seasonal Discord, we have a Geekalong channel. If you are on the Discord and you're watching things like Bake Off or Strictly, or insert another weekly TV show that's on ITV or BBC or Channel 4. Channel 5 also exists.
And numerous others.
we don't talk about them. Like, just, if you want to chat along with us about that and let us know your thoughts and things on that. We've made a channel for you because people asked, so we made it. With that kind of community.
We are drawing to the end. I hope that you have hobbied, pootled, potted and otherwise. We hope that we have accompanied you in that moment, and that you've been able to reflect and absorb some of our wisdom in our conversations, our sound effects at the very least. And business will continue as normal, but again, I think we're going to see how this goes as well as a little bit of an experience. Once a month, we're going to be dropping Epoch. I should say Epoch, one of them will be dropping as an episode on a Tuesday night, second Tuesday. The second one will be dropped in the 4th week, I think. But that will be alongside our normal broadcast. So it'll all be kind of some fun and offering for you. But folks, now is the end. We hope you've had a good time, and we'll see you on the next time. So, geek safe, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.